While these commencement exercises are all about honoring our graduates, we like to take a few moments during the ceremony to pay tribute to some of their teachers. The L&A Copping Endowed Chair, established by the Louisiana Board of Regents, provides funding to support the L&A Copping Excellence in Teaching Awards at both medical campuses. This award is the most prestigious award for teaching in the biomedical sciences, and it's given by the 2 health science centers and is presented each year to selected individuals who are, and I'm quoting from the board, who are gifted in imparting knowledge, skills, and a lifelong quest for discovery, and who inspire the young men and women in whose capable hands will rest the health and well-being of the people of Louisiana for years to come. Because we have many outstanding faculty at LSU Health Science Center in Shreveport, selection of a single basic science and a single clinical science recipient is indeed a challenging task. This year's nominees continue to reveal the excellent cross-section of our teachers. The final winners are chosen by their leaders and colleagues, most importantly, by their students. And I'm very proud to present these 2017 awards. Along with the recognition afforded this honor, each recipient receives a lovely engraved award and a generous check from the L&A Copping Endowed Chair funds. As I present this year's winners, I ask that they come to the stage to receive their award. This first award is for excellence in teaching in the basic sciences. Over the past 7 or 8 years in which I've been involved with organizing the selection process for this prestigious award, I've seen a variety of reasons for which faculty members are selected to receive it. In some cases, the recipient has been responsible for making a major innovative change in the overall curriculum. Sometimes it's an individual who teaches, and teaches very well, across multiple courses, and comes to be seen as a welcome and trusted constant by the students. In this case, the recipient concentrated their efforts in one course, and effectively made that course nothing less than a masterpiece, a sort of little jewel of a course. This recipient personally gives excellent, well-organized lectures, but in addition, expanded that excellence into the entire course, serving as its course director. As many of you know from experience, some of the courses we take in school, and I'm speaking not just about medical school, we take because we have to. They're a requirement to get us one step closer to our graduation goal, and we don't really have any actual feeling one way or the other about them. They're simply a hurdle or a necessity to get to the next step. And then there are some that we do have feelings about, sometimes the feelings of dread, like, oh no, I have to take PChem or advanced calculus or something like that, fill in the blank. And then there are a few that we anticipate eagerly, not because they'll be easy, but because we know we're truly going to learn, and learning will be a pleasure. From nominating letters for this recipient, it is easy to see that the students who took this course greatly appreciated it, but it is also clear from letters of those who had not yet taken the course that they were very much looking forward to it. What makes a course like that? In this case, it is a course director that truly approaches the course with this question: what is the very best way I can make sure these students understand, appreciate, and retain the information I have to give them? Words like engaged, diligent, organized, available, innovative, and constantly striving to make the course better, even when it is already good. These are the descriptive words for this recipient. Let me tell you how these qualities in this recipient have been described by nominators. One student wrote that this recipient has been the most involved and most approachable course director in my past 2 years as a medical student. Another wrote that this recipient is really invested in our success, and that makes me feel really good. This recipient continuously shows the students that they are the first priority. Related to that quality I said was diligence, another wrote that this recipient was the only course director I can recall that attended all of our lectures with us so as to have an idea of what was and what was not covered by the other lecturers. Regarding that concept of innovation, one wrote that this recipient piloted a few clicker response classes where students receive actual class credit for their responses and allow students to become more engaged in classroom learning. Then there were nomination letters from other faculty members, and one included a comment that I think is one of the highest compliments you can receive as an educator. My decision to nominate this recipient is based upon the fact that she taught me to be a better educator. And finally, while it is always satisfying to receive praise from students and even fellow faculty, it is even better to hear from graduates who, in looking back through all of their medical school career, identify your course or your efforts as valuable. One such comment from a graduate was, "I believe it is safe to say that I would not be the same person or the physician I am today had not this recipient been a key teaching component in my life." This nomination was strongly supported by the selection committee's medical student representatives and also heartily endorsed by the graduate students and faculty on the selection committee. The 2017 Alan A. Copping Excellence in Teaching Award for the LSU Health Science Centers in Shreveport for the Basic Sciences goes to R. Ellen Friday, PhD, Assistant Professor in the Department of Medicine. Our second award is for excellence in teaching in the clinical sciences. This year's recipient has served as a faculty member for a little over 5 years, and in that short time has made an indelible impression on virtually every level of learner in medicine at our Health Science Center, from students to residents to fellows, and also including faculty in her own and other departments. She's one of those teachers who is acutely aware of the level of her learners and can at one point provide a clear, understandable lecture for a first-year medical student level about basic disease processes or concepts, and then change gears and make an equally excellent presentation about advanced topics and therapy related to current diagnoses and treatment for residents and fellows. No matter if the learner is a beginner or about to enter specialty practice, evaluations show that this recipient's presentations are clear and thorough and effective. But in addition to excellence in didactic presentations, it's important for a clinical educator to be able to teach effectively at the patient's bedside or in the clinics. Evaluation comments from students and residents about her clinical teaching certainly confirm excellence in this area. Resident comments say, "She takes every opportunity to teach." One medical student commented, "She always encourages us to participate in patient care and team discussions and makes everyone, whether resident or student, feel comfortable in the medical team setting." But even further, it is not sufficient to simply be good at getting knowledge across to your learners in a clinical setting. Another critically important aspect of teaching at the patient's bedside is role modeling and mentoring, as you just heard Dr. Burney talk about. Picking your mentor, picking your role model, displaying the way that you should be an excellent physician. Again, this recipient is clearly a physician that students and residents recognize as excellent and want to emulate. One student wrote, "As a learner physician, I admired her attention to detail and thoroughness when it came to patient care. She was very good at leading the team in the right direction, stepping back when needed, and stepping in when needed, and stepping back when appropriate. Her greatest asset is her approachability and knowledge, both of which enhance the collaborative learning environment." Another said, "She has a wonderful bedside manner and develops a relationship with her patients that I hope one day to be able to recreate with my own patients." That's the part about mentoring and role modeling. Finally, nomination letters came not only from students and residents, but from fellow faculty members as well, who describe her as one who has a passion for teaching, is enthusiastic about giving as much of her time as needed to teach, and one of the most gifted clinical educators we have. High praise indeed. This nomination was unanimously supported by the selection committee's medical student representatives and the faculty on the selection committee. The 2017 Alan A. Copping Excellence in Teaching Award for the LSU Health Sciences Center in Shreveport for the clinical sciences goes to Sarwat Umer, MD, Assistant Professor of Medicine and Pediatrics, Section of Rheumatology.